So Action Your Potential, our mission is to save the world, one brain at a time, and to build neuro ninjas. A neuro ninja is someone that lives in their gorgeous biological matrix of the brain, 86 billion neurons, 300 trillion connections, and works to get the best out of it every single day. So working with us across the school, we'll support parents, we'll support students, and we support staff to go on this journey to become a neuro ninja. This is the most amazing story ever told. It is the story of the most important person in your life. It is the story of you, how your brain builds you, and how you can improve and develop your experience. It's an engaging, exciting journey, and it will change your life if you let it. Minds are like parachutes. They work best when fully open. Let this stuff in. There's no woo-woo or superstitious nonsense here. This is neuroscience. We're inviting you and your child to become a neuro ninja. So how do we do that? We help people build habits. Habits decide futures. If we build powerful habits around learning and well-being and managing our brain's worry system, we can unlock a different future for ourselves. And it's about building the skill of metacognition. This is a birthright. Metacognitive humans are better humans. Humans that are able to reflect and think in a considered way about what they're about to do next are much more effective than reactive humans. We've got this capacity in our brains to live in our brains, witnessing our brain's output and not just getting lost in our brain's output. And we need to understand that our brain is shaped by 4 psychosocial forces. Our habits shape our brain, how we're treated by others shapes our brain, how we're treated by ourselves changes our brain, our relationship with ourselves and our goals. That's how we shape our brain. If we change one of these 4 psychological and social forces, we unlock a new way of being ourselves. And across the school, across the year, we engage students in metacognitive thinking around well-being, around mind management, around unleashing learning, revision, etc., and building relationships and behaviour that is positive, pro-social, and going to be supportive in moving forward in our lives. We help people to tackle frazzlement and burnout, managing their stress. When we're stressed, we all become more stupid. Blood drains from our neocortex and heads off in the direction of our muscles. Life is stressful. We teach people to build positive coping strategies. We talk about the 12 rocks of well-being, 12 daily behaviours that are incredibly important in terms of our well-being. Doing positive coping strategies mean we avoid maladaptive reactions. These things are the things that happen when we're not managing our stress positively. When we're overwhelmed, we experience maladaptive reactions. We support people to manage the communication between their emotional reasoning circuitry at the bottom of the prefrontal cortex, where your eyebrows are, and the top of the brain, where our executive function and rational circuits are. That is constant communication between those areas of the brain. If we're in our reactive brain, we're more likely to be impulsive and do things that aren't in our long-term interest. If we're calmer in our cognitive rational brain, we're more likely to put together plans and carry them out. Plans like, I'm going to do that blinking revision tonight before I go on PlayStation. And we help people manage their worry system, which always comes on whenever there's change and uncertainty, but we teach people strategies to manage their worry system, and particularly the cognitive distortions the worry system throws up, the assuming our worry system does, the jumping to conclusions that our worry system does, the catastrophizing our worry system does, and we help people build executive function, the ability to manage our brain, in our neocortex, which is the upper layer of our brain. If we look after our neocortex by looking after those 4 psychosocial forces, we end up with a thicker neocortex. What does a thicker neocortex mean? It means we can manage our brain more effectively from the top. We can build these skills of executive function. Look at that list. You might think that's a set of character traits. It's not. These are skills of executive function. These are the skills that we're going to need to manage our lives into adulthood to be successful. Look at this quote. Easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. If you do challenging things, you build the architecture to cope with the challenges that are coming at you. We know as adults that life only gets more complicated. You build a brain that can deal with challenge, you'll be able to cope with adult life. If you choose easy path, avoid challenges, you end up with a much harder life. As we build the executive function circuits, we strengthen them and they help us manage our brain from the top, whatever's happening around us. We'll support students to manage their GCSEs. We'll give them learning routines like this. Study capture, for example, helps students go back over their work every single day. Flashcards, the same thing. For study capture, we're asking students to capture a little bit of information from the day's learning every single evening. So they get home in the evening, they fill in a grid like this. They'll think subject. What subject was it? English. What topic was it? Inspector calls. Key takeaway, a couple of sentences about inspector calls, some keywords, and rate their understanding. Do it for every subject that has got an exam every single day, firing neural circuitry, strengthening memory circuitry so it's available in the present. Flashcards, using a Freya flashcard like this to fire 4 sets of circuitry around a key idea. There are other videos you can all get access to on the Neuro Ninja Hub that will share all this information with you. We provide Neuro Ninja virtual one-to-one coaching. That is a student live with one of our coaches via Google Meet. Most students get 10 sessions. It's about helping them prepare for their exams, helping them tackle anxiety, helping them deal with procrastination. You make a referral via the school to us and where our coach will be in touch. We come into school and do Neuro Ninja study pods. These are group coaching sessions that last for half an hour and run over 6 months, giving students all the tools they need to pass their exams. We provide a learning hub with thousands of videos, hundreds of hours of video resources. We provide a Neuro Ninja learning hub with hundreds of hours of video resources, everything you'd ever want to know about your brain but are afraid to ask. We also run a webinar program for parents all year. Lots of webinars about well-being, about building great sleep, about supporting neurally diverse children manage their brains in a balanced way, to support people tackling anxiety, to support people dealing with procrastination. That's all accessible for you for free via the hub. On there are courses around responding to grief and the impact of grief on our brain, looking at OCD, looking at getting our hustle on, getting stuff done, looking at passing exams, stepping up to GCSEs. Mobile phones is a hot topic at the moment, and we've got lots of information about how to manage phones effectively. We also come into the school and do workshops for different year groups. Each workshop's got a particular flavour, consummate with the age of the young person. We're focused on helping them deal with challenge and change, getting organised, managing their learning, building their well-being. We've also got an app which you can download for free, and the app will help you manage your 12 rocks of well-being, manage your stress levels, and the paid version of the app gives you access to all our video content as well. You can listen to our podcast. There are 20 episodes on podcast apps like Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Substack. We publish a Substack every single week. It's a free newsletter. You can access the app using these QR codes to get it from the App Store or Google Play Store. Find us via the web or on the internet. You can access support for business, for individuals. We do private coaching, and obviously we work with schools as well. And you've got access as parents to the Neuro Ninja Learning Hub. And then coming up on the 12th of February next year, we've got a conference at the Royal Grammar School in High Wycombe. It's open to teachers and parents, and it's looking at the neuroscience of education. What do we want our kids and our teachers to know about the brain in a way that's impactful? What are the impactful, powerful ways that neuroscience can inform our educational system? And we've got the wonderful Professor Anil Seth, Professor of Cognitive and Computational Neuroscience at the University of Sussex, coming to do our keynote and spend the day with us. So do join us for that as well, and you can sign up at that QR code. Here at Action Your Potential, our mission is to help people understand themselves, because good enough is not good enough in pursuit of your life's work. We want to give you the gift of yourself. What you've got at the top of your neck is better than any bit of kit. It's better than a mobile phone. It's better than an iPad. It's better than a PlayStation 2. It's better than the large language models that power AI. In fact, it produced all of those. This is about understanding yourself, giving you the gift of yourself. And that's our team. You'll work with some of these people over the course of this year to change your brain, which will change your mind, which will change what's possible in your world. Action Your Potential, the appliance of neuroscience.